Throwing in Liberty, you guys probably on your grind, trying to get stronger, trying to get better gear. I've reached over 3,000 combat power in the game. I would say my gear is pretty decent for where we are in the game currently, and I've gotten there as completely free to play. I only bought the battle pass and no alts. I haven't used any alts to farm any extra lucent or grind on an alt. This has completely been on one account because I don't like playing alts at all. So I've been letting you guys know what I have done and what I do daily. So let's jump right into it. You guys can see my combat power right here is bam right there, 3066. I can of course increase more. I can have a lot of like epics waiting to juice up my character, but right now I'm happy with where I am, which is at the 3k plus mark. And how do I get there? Now let's cover the basic things first that you should do if you have not done already, because I know a lot of you haven't done this. Is you go to this man right here in this area, right? Stoneguard Castle. You can talk to these people, and here you get this special resistant medal by basically doing world boss. If you participate in world boss, you can see the how to acquire right here. You can see you get to dynamic events, daily events. If you guys are doing these and getting good placement, you can get them. And I think you get from world boss chests. But basically, these things you can do to actually just craft an epic. So if you can craft an epic for your PS, I crafted pants. As you can see here, I have a max out pants. I crafted these here. But if you have nothing to craft, that's still good. You can still just craft it and sell it, right? So you should be doing this. Second is use your dimensional shards. If you haven't dropped your weapon, use them to get one of these chests. Again, if you don't need a piece, you can always get one and lithographic or sell the trade or whatever if you get lucky, right? So make sure you guys are using your tokens. Extremely important. That's not the only thing. There's another man. I think he's over here. You have something called Abyss tokens right here, Abyss currency, right? Now, when you get the Abyss currency, you should have gotten, if you've been playing the game, you can find them, end up doing Abyss dungeons and contracts and stuff. You can basically buy these epics from here, right? These are basically the epics that drop when you farm like Abyss and stuff, right? From some of the quests. But basically, this one sells for crazy. Like I got my ring through here and my stuff on it, and the Clasp of Conqueror also sold one for a lot. So again, use these currencies. They're incredibly important to stock up. The longer you wait, the less the price is going to drop, and the less you're probably going to need them. So these should be the first thing you should do with your gear. So just check if these two NPCs, if you have crafted your stuff. Next up is the shop. You go to OrnateCoins. Guys, please buy out. You can even buy the blue ones, but buy out these epic ones with your OrnateCoins. It should be a must that you guys buy them out. They'll probably stock up every month, but these are incredibly important. You get like 20 of them, and you can either dismantle them into blue ones so you can level up your skills, or you can get epics. The main skills that you guys should be using should all be epic by now. Okay, if not epic, you're doing something wrong. And the second is you should be starting to focus on the certain skills that you need to level up. Like I'm leveling up my piercing strike, my counter barrier. I have this passive all the way to level 4. So you make sure you guys have bought out the stack from OrnateCoins, and then you can, of course, when you guys are grinding, you can craft more of these, right? Now they cost a lot of solent and stuff, but make sure you guys are leveling up your skills, because your skills do increase your combat power. Okay, so make sure you guys are increasing your skills and increase your level and buy out the OrnateCoin. And the other basic thing is, of course, do your dungeons. Make sure you're farming the dungeons that you need. If there's nothing you need, you should still farm them, but try to look at the auction house and trading house for what sells the most. Like this one sells for a lot, this one sells for a lot, right? Farm probably the dungeons that you need, or farm the dungeons like I just showed you guys right here. Farm the dungeons that you need for the tokens, so you guys can make maybe more weapons or whatever you need, right? Right now I am farming currently. If you guys see, I'm farming for these tokens so that I can craft my weapon, which is basically because I haven't been dropping it, so I use these currencies. I farm them to craft the Duke Magma boy right here, because you need these 2 tokens. So that, since I don't drop it, I can craft it myself, and I will increase my CP through that, right? So make sure you're doing your dungeons, of course, your contracts. Please, guys, look, do your contracts in the business. You guys can see here, I'm almost out of contracts. I run like hundreds of contracts, run everything, dropped a bunch of epics that I sold. So make sure you guys are doing the contracts. So basic stuff like daily contracts, all the stuff. Now, aside from that, let's get into a little bit more tricky stuff. Okay, not as cut and easy as everything else, because unfortunately Throne Liberty is a little bit more complex. The first thing I would want you guys to do is I want you guys to go to the website. I will link it, questlog.gg, Throne Liberty. I will probably link it in the chat, but look at this. I have made my build right here, right? This is my build. I know exactly what I need, right? And what I have and what I'm going to aim for. And the right under here is with the gear that I am going to be farming for. I know exactly what traits I need. I know exactly what gear I need. Once you guys know this, because if you know this information, you have set your gear and you know what your goal is, the game, it makes it so much easier. For example, right now, okay, I have this Carnage shield that I'm going to put on. Why haven't I put this on right now? Because if I put it on, I will decrease my traits and lower my damage and the combat power, because I don't have the HP trait ready for the shield. So what I'm doing every day is I go to Auction House, right? I go to auction, I click on the weapon every single day, like several times a day, and I look at the max out trait. I say, it's still expensive, I'm not going to buy it, because loose end is super important right now, and I can't, so I'm not going to buy it. And the same goes with blue gear, right? I still have a bunch of blue gear, right? You can see I still have blue gear, blue, and blue weapon. And that is because blue is actually better than epic if you cannot fully trait them, or if it's not a gear that you're not going to be using for a long period of time. I know exactly what pieces I need, so I won't be upgrading things until I actually get them, right? And the same goes for weapon. Now, a good way, and I'm going to show you guys what the weapon is. I have the blue weapon right here, and I'm going to replace it, like I told you guys, with the Duke Magma weapon that I showed you guys, right? Now, when I replace it, the way I'm going to level it is by already having all the traits ready. So if you guys can see right here, I have this one, Sacred Manuscript, hit chance. If you go to my storage, I have them ready right here. We have critical hit, I have crit hit, I have every trait ready for it. And the reason I have them in the bag and not selling them is by selling them, what would happen is, let's say I sell this, right? I sell the trait extraction. I use 25 stones to sell the trait extraction. And how much will I sell it for? 200. Still a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But then when I actually get my weapon, I have to rebuy this, right? So I might as well just keep them in my bag if they're not worth that much money. If it was like 600-800, of course I would sell it. But if we're around 200, you just end up gonna buying it. So I'm just save it, and then that way you save like trade stones instead to save for other stuff. So make sure you guys know your build, know what you need, know what you can save. That way you save loosen and you save so much time, and you can increase your combat power. Only upgrade gear when you're there, you have enough traits and you know you're ready to upgrade, right? So do that. And the second thing, okay, this is one of the most important things I know every single top player does this, and it is be obsessed with the auction house. I am completely obsessed with the auction house. I look at this thing probably more than I play the game, unfortunately, but it is the truth. Let me give you an example. Right now, I know exactly what I need. I have the website, and if you don't want to use the website, it's fine. Look what you need. Right now, I need, like I told you guys, I need max HP trait on this, right? I also need a max health trait on this, and a lock trait on this. Then I do the same thing for this. I need skill damage resistant, collision resistance for this, and I need max health for this. Now you guys can see there's something called blessing right there. So I need a blue trait of this, a blue trait of this, and I can increase my max health, right? Because I have enough blessing. So what I do every day is I click on the auction house several times a day. I go to cloak. Okay, first I click on the cloak and see, no, sorry, not this one. I go to cloak and I click on the extract cloak and I look here. I need this. This is too expensive. I'm not going to buy this. This is too expensive. I'm not going to buy this. However, I need a blue trait of this. I go here, rare, fine trait, max health, armor, cloak. 267, still expensive. I want to buy it when it's below 200, so I could save money. And then I do the exact same thing. I know I need it for the belt. 279, too expensive. So I keep looking every single time, hope that it drops, and then I buy it, right? And I snipe it. And the same goes for the sword. I go here, I look, the second I see this below like 300, I'm gonna buy it, right? It's been there before. You can look at the average prices of stuff right here. Average price 600, lowest price available, all this stuff. You can see the average price of stuff, and then you can snipe these items, right? So you always have to be obsessed. And sometimes, let me give you another example. This one trouser right here, max sell 280. Sometimes this one sells for like 170. You can buy it for 170 and sell it. Now, if you look at my sell history, I made 10K loosen. It is not a lot. Some people that played a lot have made 20K, 30K, 40K even. I made 10K, which is what a little over an average player would make, but I've been super smart with my buys. I'm going to be super smart with my sells, right? So I buy only super cheap and I sell, I try to sell a little bit of expensive, right? And you just keep doing this. So this is basically how you will get there. Like, you can do all the grind every day, but guys, the main things that you need to do is you need to know what gear you want, what gear you're aiming for, so you're always observant on gear that you drop. All the gear that I have here is gear that I'm going to trade in later. And then second is keep looking at the auction house. Like, that's everybody's daily routine. Snipe that thing, you know. Unfortunately, now I would probably be more people sniping the auction house, but I'm telling you, it's the best way to make money in this game. Sorry, to make money and gear up your character, because that's what we're talking about, gearing up your character. So you should be able to hit 3K, level up your skills, get your gear, especially like epic gear, guys. When you guys are getting epic gear, make sure you guys have enough growth stones to actually make it level 9. If you're leveling it, I've seen some guys with like full epics with no traits and level 6 gear. Like, they haven't even been able to level 9. Don't do that, okay? Save your blue gear, guys. The blue gear is good, okay? Until you have a good full traded epic, or at least half traded epic, keep the blue gear, okay? But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more Throne Liberty content, check out this video right here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.